So hey guys, our cake is doing well. You've seen we have put it in the oven, so it is baking. So yes, it is time to kushukuru mwili. Oh, it's giving thanks to the body. Wow. I'm glad we have another person who have joined us. So as we take our meal, I don't know whether it's supper, it's lunch. There are things that I've been told when we were baking, and I want to get to know, to discuss that, because I don't know, my viewers will tell me, I would wish to see your comment about this one, that I have to know how to cook, not only to bake, but also to cook, because when I get married, I'll be in the kitchen like every other night and every morning. I've been excused for lunch that lunch niende kazi. But every morning I cook for my husband, every night I cook for my husband. Really. For me, this is my thinking. The reason I will not be cooking for lunch is because I'm working. So if I'm working, that means by jioni nitafika home nimechoka. Then nimetafuta mtu wa kunisaidia, like a house help, who will help me with the house chores. So I'm expecting nikifika nipate food imeiva juu pia mimi as well nimechoka. I don't know if it is wrong to think that way, if I'm thinking it wrongly, ama how I'm thinking. Maybe Felicitas would, ama ni table manners.
Cooking for your husband. So why are you excusing yourself from lunchtime? Because you'll be working, the husband will also be working.
Yes.
So you want to be cooking for him only over the weekends.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that is what I would want.
And who will be serving him in the evening?
I'm hoping that my husband will be working as well. Mm-hmm. So by jioni tunafika sisi wote. So I will serve my husband.
And that's how it should be.
That's how it should be, yeah? Ah, wow, thank you.
Serving your husband. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so even if the house girl cooks, no matter how good she cooks, it is your duty and responsibility to serve your husband.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, so she can cook, she can prepare food, and so I come in.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ah, wow. Yeah. What is your opinion?
I'm of a different opinion. You said in the US excused during lunchtime.
Yes.
But at what time do you arrive in the house? Typically on a typical day?
On a typical day, let me say by 7 I should be in the house. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you expect that to find ready food? That's what I've got from your statement.
Yes, even if it's not ready by then, maybe she's now busy preparing, because when I come from work, of course, in India, maybe need fresh and all that, 2-3 things I need to check whether the kids wamefanya homework and all that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. My opinion is, what if the girl prepares the food and then you cook yourself?
I would ask myself why do I have to cook? It's not like, okay, sisemi sitapika because I want to know to cook, and thank you, you've shown me how to bake. But why would I go to the kitchen to cook? I mean, nimeingia kwa hao. I'm expecting and hoping that ndakuwa na watoto. So nimeingia kwa hao, maybe I'm catching up with the kids, mmeshindaje shule. So let her just cook the food, and when it is ready, now she can tell me now the food is ready. Okay, she don't have to tell me, maybe because it's my duty as a wife. Then I go check the food is ready, then I serve my husband and the kids.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay that way. But I also think maybe you can always be finding time to cook yourself.
That's why would I be cooking?
Why? Because you're the wife here. Excuse me. You're the wife.
Yes.
And for the girl, you said she was a help.
A help, yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So I think she should be helping when you're not there. Or when you are like, you cannot do a particular duty or a particular chore because of maybe work, you're tired and that. But I think you can make it your duty to be cooking dinner, at least.
Let me ask. Maybe
Am I too
from-
harsh?
I think you are too harsh.
Not really. I want to say something. Before you get married, you are busy with other things, pleasing your boss. In church, you want to please your pastor, you want to be nice, and also you are serving God. Very, can I say, with no divided attention, yeah?
Yes.
Full-heartedly.
Yes.
Here you now have a husband. Now the roles have changed and the percentage of concentration. You are no longer so much committed in church because you have divided attention. You have church and you have your husband. Of course, you cannot serve church more than your husband. So everything you'll be doing. If you are dressing, you'll be dressing mostly to just make sure your husband is, yes, for your husband. If you are cooking, the first person will be having at the back of your mind is your husband. So even if you are busy, you can have your house help prepare the food, and then you go cook because you know how best your husband likes it. So if he likes maybe your ugali, you know how he likes it. So, and if you delegate that part of cooking to somebody, cooking and serving to somebody else, who knows, you might find that maybe the house help will...
Don't even go there.
and eventually...
Because I know the surprises that men give women, even after doing all.
The house help will continue helping you.
Yes, helping you.
Don't even go there.
So she'll cook
I've
better
had
than
women
you.
who have done
She'll
everything.
serve better than you.
And
So-
many times than you.
Yes, and many times. So eventually, she
Eventually.
might even...
Let me tell you why I wouldn't. Let me tell you why I wouldn't support. Okay, maybe for the rest. Okay, I would want to cook for my husband just as a sign of love and a show of love. But definitely not every other night. Once in a while, just to spice our love. But let me mention kidogo about hiyo part nimeisema. Our house help doing things until and help everything else. It shouldn't, because me, I believe a cheater, if you want to do whatever you want to do. I've had women who have said I did everything, wengine hata wakaacha kazi because they want to please the husband, wengine wakavaa nguo mrefu. And nacha niulize dressing ndio nimeshtuka. Why do men want their wives to dress in a certain way, yet when they go out there, the women they are admiring, they are not dressing the way you are telling your wife to dress? I'm not saying that I will dress so that I can go to be admired, but ideally I should dress how I feel smart, because I feel, okay, I don't know whether you have seen those kind of
But there is a difference between dressing smartly, decently, and indecently. So there are those women who dress exposing their some of the parts that should be private. You know, you unajua tu. There are those parts that are supposed to be private, yet you are exposing them. Zinakuwa, they're supposed to be private, yet you are exposing them to be public. So for men, we are visual beings. So ukiona mtu expose some of the parts that are supposed to be private, of course utaangalia. But you won't like your wife to dress like that. You want somebody that akidress ako decent, not necessarily ati ako na nguo ndefu amevaa kama shushu, hapana. Of course she's dressed well, and in a way that will please you, to be happy, but of course she doesn't have to like
na hii pati ya kupika. Hii pati ya kupika, turudi hapo. Kupika. Because I'm thinking, what are the chores that, by the way, kupika ni ya lady peke yake?
No?
So my husband also as well can be cooking?
Yes. Cooking.
Okay.
Once in a while, but not like it's like a duty. It's for him anajitolea, anasema yes, In fact, men hii kazi yote inakuwa yetu. Nyumba, kupika, the families zetu. But we need wives as helpers. So, kulea watoto, kukuwa na boma na everything, it's supposed to be ours. Lakini here we have a helper. So, anakuja tu kusaidia, but kazi ni yetu. Hata sasa kama ni kuchukua mtoto, kupanguza, kuosha, kupeleka shule, kufanya all that from the beginning. It was our responsibility to take care of our family and to do all that. Because family is it. But God created for us a helper. So this woman comes as a helper. So it is our main responsibility to do all those chores. To cook, to take care of the babies, to do everything. But we have a helper. So the house chores are not gender like inclined. Like washing utensils, cooking is for women, and doing other things are for men. So everything from the beginning was for men, but here we have a helper. Meaning we are supposed to do all that. Now we have somebody to help us. Yes.
Wow. What do you think?
Wow. Nice, coming from a man.
In fact, I'm so excited hearing that from a man. And now this beats even the point you are saying.
But don't take advantage that the man, they have to be cooking, to be doing everything.
I'm not taking advantage. I'm just being real.
Okay, let me add on that. Huh? When Paul was preaching, there was a time when he said, learn from the nature, even the nature itself. Huh? It can teach you things. No, like naturally, there are those. He said men were. These things were initially it was their responsibility, but again I can say nature, yeah, nature itself. Huh? It is just so natural for a lady to be the one cooking, washing, taking care of babies, because even it is ladies who give birth, who carry pregnancies. You see, that is nature, okay? But you cannot leave, like for example, you cannot leave a baby with the father, because I told you a baby who needs to breastfeed, and then you say let the father take care of the baby. You see, it is your work to nourish the baby through breastfeeding. You see, so I think that this way nature has designed things, and we should not always be in conflict with it, but let us not take advantage. We are, I think marriage is for companionship, for helping each other. So even if I said you should be cooking for your husband, I'm not saying that you do not go to the kitchen to cook, but naturally, it is your duty to take care, to make sure the family is nourished through cooking, the family is clean. You see,
and to
let me
please
say,
your
I'm
husband.
I'm so excited to have had, especially a man saying, I was only meant to be a helper. Basically, everything is him. And I think, to your point when you say that nature has a way of dictating things, it is true. But also, I want you to look at it this way. The reason as to why it looks so natural for a woman to do this thing, it's because we are already adopted to that. The moment a girl child was born, she found that her and her mother goes to kitchen and does ABCD. But the reason you will know that that was not the way nature was, it's because it's mazoea. You know, kuna kitu unaweza zoea until, because the reason how you would know when a man is single, when he is living alone, when he gets to the house, it is so natural for him to just go to the kitchen, cook, wash, and do all these things. Because already his mind is set, sina mtu mwingine atafanya hizi kazi. But you see, it happens, it changes automatically. The moment they get married, again naturally, inakuja yeye anajua kazi yake ni remote. Me, I think the natural bit is because of what you have in mind. You already, you see, like, I'm excited about David. I would want to meet his, because she must be very lucky. She must be very lucky woman, because that is the correct attitude. There is something here, say, don't take advantage. I think that should be the bottom line. I will not take advantage, however, and if, imagine, when I've been brought to his life as a helper, I'm doing all these things. Then nimeleta another helper again, a house help. So I'm expecting her to help me with such kama ni kupika. But since my responsibility is to my husband, ndio maana nitamserve. Lakini kama amepika, well and good, because nimemleta anisaidie. So now that beats also your men's point. Umesema that's why some men would cheat, because everything has been done already. Why are you cheating? Whereas you're the one who's supposed to have done all those things.
Like cooking once in a while. You surprise people, you cook once in a while. But our main responsibility is to provide. So you are thinking about rent, thinking about school fees, thinking about how your future, having maybe building a home for your family, and also generally thinking about how you are going to please your wife, making sure she's beautiful, she dresses nicely, her hair is made, and generally providing for your family, wife, children. And because you unachoka sana, and so I mean responsibility, if you have a working wife, it's an added advantage. However, her work is supposed to be like providing the love to the family, and together with the responsibility that come with that. That means food, clothing, and all that. Kuangalia tu. Kama mzee asitoke kama shati zake hazina kasi, mambo kama. Lakini mzee sasa akitoka akienda kutafuta, si atarudi kwa nyumba amechoka. So anataka kurudi nyumbani, somewhere atafeel at home. Welcome.
Okay.
Afeel vizuri, alishwe, aambiwe mume wangu enda take a shower, akuja akule, aonyeshwe mapenzi huko, asikie vizuri, asikie at home. And then wakati anafika, si vizuri sasa wakati anaonyeshwa mapenzi by being served food na house car. Do your work, welcome your husband. Kikuwa na koti mvue, then peleke kwa mahali napaswa. After akioga, akuje, akule, know that na wewe umserve mwenyewe. Make sure you do. Sometimes it might be difficult. In a situation where the wife is a career woman and always come home later than the husband,